After absolutely pulverizing Katowice, I'm gonna have to ask you to get on your feet, Twitch chat, raise your hands, and let's get it on!
Yes, indeed. First map of this series. It's going to be Nuke. It's going to be Big starting things off on the T side. Their map pick and a map that they have looked so damn good on as of late. 89% win rate in the last couple of months. And Navi are going to have to be put to the test if they want to take them on.
I love Trace channeling his inner OJ.
Well, truth be told, it was a little early, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to do it again, Trace? Run it back?
No, I don't know if it's going to run back.
This is live.
It does have to be perfect with the beat drop.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's deflated and beats the purpose.
Let's restart the beat, restart the track.
Restart the game.
Maybe lie down a beat of your own.
Sort of restart. Ooh,
yeah.
You want to do that? Okay.
I'm not pretending I can.
You guys
I'm not either.
You guys beatbox. Let me see what I come up with.
No.
All right, then.
All right, go on now. If you started rapping, maybe I would agree.
How's he gonna rap without a beat, Harry?
Yeah, that's
Come on,
true.
Harry.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, you know.
Man needs a
Anyway.
beat.
Beggars cannot be choosers. Flamey over towards ramp, and he is about to have a lot of choice coming his way for targets to engage. And we can see Rush down in the bottom there. He's going to be observing this stellar best of three. He's looking all around. Electronic.
Look up.
Nice.
Zantares over here outside has Tabson with him. They've got P250s as well. That was dropped over from Tizian, being a bit of a team player. One of them is already gone, though. Electronic taps Zantares from the server. Tabson looking for the trade, but he gets tapped on down. Electronic with the double. Searson, Quito, Tizian. 3 versus 5 now as they go for a last-ditch attempt at this A-bomb site. However, it's an even fight here. 3 on 3 now, 3v2 at the A-bomb site. Rest of the guys for Navi occupying the space at ramp and outside. Big here, they're walking in to the most stacked of the two.
Yeah, we call this tapping because Navi are just getting those clicks off on the face of Big. Quito will respond with 2 of his own, though. Made this round a potential. They could even vent dive here. It's ballsy, but the chances of a Heaven player getting that immediate headshot is pretty low. You'd like to think. That being said, it's simple. He'll get shot in the face instead. Risky going for these fights, but trying to land a kill. Big taking their time. Quito still committing to this engagement. They are going to drop down the vent eventually, and they will get towards B. That's a free plant for Big and a chance. Ooh. Uh-oh.
All right, Flamey needing to land those. Simple's able to take down Kido and Searson. So that one all kind of came together at the end. Did get a little dicey there for Navi, who do end up putting that first round on the board in this best of 3. ESL Pro League, Season 11 for the group stages. Where you find yourself on whatever platform you're watching us on.
I thought this was a train station. I'm lost.
Wrong stop, buddy.
Well, I'm strapped in for the ride now. And boy, is this going to be hectic. Big with a force buy in the second. They've got a lot of utility with these P250s. Centaur's on a Deeg, wouldn't want anything else. Smokes towards a yard. Big throwing the second one on the fly to cross with it towards the secret. It's only a ruse though. Tabson is going background red to flank towards Mini. Big want to hit the upper site right now. Electronic just peeling off this position. This could be perfectly timed. Shadow, he spots it. He gets a kill on A, but he's getting trapped. He's getting pinched from different positions. Luckily enough, Navi have the numbers on the site to deal with the force. And Big, with no flashbangs, leave Navi open to winning those fights. 2-0. And that's going to have to be the eco from Big.
It's a little bit scary there. Electronic is looking warmed up. You can kind of tell just with how decisive he was at every decision, you know, able to isolate essentially 3 different areas of attack, one wrapping behind him in main, one outdoor, and one hut, into a series of one-on-ones to turn that round on its head. And he's not looking slow off the draw today as Electronic. That's a worrying sign for Big early, but obviously it's only been these pistols. This round is kind of the same here as they only have a few Deegs spread thinly to make a difference. Germans and Deagles, though, a thing that goes hand in hand in Counter-Strike. So Quito opening this round up with a kill onto Simple, no less. They're looking to do damage, and Searson there, not quite able to get away with anything onto Electronic. The rest of Big now should get mopped on up by Navi. It's only Quito left. 1 kill to his name already. Anything else he can get, they'll take, as it does just kind of set them up for the future. I don't think he's looking for a round win here, his old mate Quito.
Ooh. Tucked, just waiting. Quito spots it, and he gets only a shot off. It's not going to be the head, and as a result, he is dead. Flamey cleans up that round, and Navi take a 3-0 lead. Standard stuff to the CT side of Nuke. It's kind of what we expected, but Big, it's their map pick. It's one they've had success on, and they've got a full buy. What are they going to do with it? It's time to show us what you got. Navi's still on bonus as well. What has Simple got at his feet? I think he has an AWP. Yeah, it's straight in. Bonus round for Navi. 2 SMGs in play and a FAMAS. Won't stop Simple from getting his primary.
Ooh, Searson. Oh, he sees Electronic there. First kill here from the AWP. Over on the big side of things, and Tabson's actually extended this advantage even further now. Perfecto able to stay alive up on the rafters, but it doesn't matter because that Molotov has kept him pinned and allowed Big to get down through the vents over here towards the B bomb site. Simple is at ramp. Flamey's inside of the site, holding it down for the time being. This MP9 doing a lot of damage, buying time. He's actually doubled up, switching to the Deagle. The bomb can go down here for Big as both Navi players are towards the ramp, but that is a slam dunk. Perfecto. Maybe thinking about a career in basketball as he annihilates Tabson there inside of the bomb site. And now, this becomes a very tricky round for Big. Simple's got himself another. It's Searson's AWP. We've been bigging it up. It's got to come in huge, and there's the kill onto Perfecto. Just Simple left to beat. It's Searson on Simple. Not an easy fight by any stretch of the imagination, and Simple's getting close. He's closing the distance, and Searson is not ready for it. 2 kills there for the start of Navi. And they'll cement that 4-0 lead early on.
That they will. Just like we forecasted. Isn't that right, Harry? Oh, wait.
It's early days.
Early days turn into late nights. And in this notion, it's only starting to get darker for Big.
That is great.
See, that nade kill is actually the thing that shapes that entire round, because suddenly it goes from a player in the bomb site with the bomb and a plant available, you know, for like a 2v2 post plant, to suddenly, you know, you have to get into a bomb site where both players are at ramp just holding it down. But I was just letting this round go by the wayside. I didn't think much of it. Zentarez has somehow found himself a double with this Mac 10 and will get shut down by Simple at the very, very least. But this is still the man advantage for Big. This is a round where they could look to do something. Tabson's even wrapping into hell, trying to come in on this late lurk. This could be huge. Simple is alone at the B side of the map, but the bomb is not here. It's going back towards A, and that's because of Tabson's position. If he finds Perfecto, he can hold heaven and deny these rotations. The bomb can even get planted for him. Big. This is a round that they didn't have any business picking up, and with how it's looking, they almost definitely are.
Yeah, they probably got to save if you're Navi here. That's a rough situation to come back into. You don't want to give away an AWP to pistol players. But I will say one thing, Simple is looking fast today. Slick and quick on that AWP. He's been hitting some shots. 8-1 right now. Big finding their first round on the T side. Tabson playing with his food. Might want to give that up eventually. Not a whole lot to save, but may as well keep the Kev. That's going to be the first on this T side. You can never let your foot off the gas here in the Pro League.
Especially not on the T side of Nuke.
No.
And especially when Navi has shown up to play today. So, Electronic up to 6 frags for himself. Simple on 8. It's certainly very instrumental in this early game lead that they have thus far. Then Zentarez comes running through with the Mac 10. So, can't win them all, but in this notion, it'll be Navi that are at least winning when it comes to being fiscally responsible and having finance coming into this round. We're going to see them buy up again. AWP on Simple. 4 rifles beside him. There's 1 kill for Simple. Perhaps he wants a few more. Let's find out, Harry.
It's certainly looking like it. This is not a Simple that is to be trifled with. He just might give Big their just desserts here in this one. 9-1 on the scoreboard, and he's looking to get even more one-sided as they head towards outside. Electronic will get bested down in secret. Nice shot there from Tabson, and that's alleviated a lot of pressure towards outside. This pincer of Simple and Electronic is terrifying to run into, so they've dealt with that. Tabson's actually followed up. Nice. Simple, though, not missing a beat, second kill in the round, and now he's going to switch it up, leaving Heaven and starting to wrap down in towards the ramp room. Navi, they are setting up down towards this B bomb site. Now, Tizian's caught Boomich. I don't think they know that a player got into A in amongst all this chaos. Navi, they gambled. They had Boomich in hut. He thought the A bomb site was empty, but that is not the case. And now Big are going to get this bomb down. Once again, they've managed to get a man up into Heaven. That's Tabson in this position again now. Second time, and both times it's netted Big around.
Yeah, I guess Simple thought his presence in Heaven would be enough to send Big rotating down towards B. The unfortunate part is the player on the top of the hut spotted two players in main, died immediately, and I guess they just didn't realize or missed the timing for that sneak out on the A site. It was enough to win the round here for Big. Once again, as they creep into that top site, Simple keeping that KD nice and strong, saving his gun down on the B bomb site right now. And unfortunately, his presence is not enough to ward Big away. They will double up. Tabson having a great start to this game as well. 3 kills in this rifle round. Not stopping. Oh, Simple dropping the D. It's eco time for Navi. Time to take a breather. Let this AWP do the damage. Also, great realization from Tabson. The flash comes outside for Simple. He tries to set Electronic up. Tabson doesn't even see Electronic, but he knows because you're throwing that high flash, you're probably going to have a teammate peeking wide off of Secret. Electronic, he jiggles, he shows his head, and Tabson takes it off.
Yeah, and Electronic's got this habit of showing himself at Secret, trying to take a fight there, catching the opponents stuck at red. Well, that time certainly took the wind out of his sails. As it stands, outside's going to be the initial point of contact, it looks like. The first few bullets getting thrown around, and Flamey falls first. Boomich thereafter. Simple still with AWP in this round, 3v5.
Yeah, this whole setup towards outside looks like it's to set Simple up with this AWP, right? They've double stacked over here behind the blue box. And I think they were hoping that, you know, these pistol players could draw the attention of the outside push away and just give Simple a kind of like shooting gallery on these players that are crossing down towards Secret. But Big, on the back of getting these kills, they've moved away from outside. They've completely up and abandoned it. And a lot of that is because Quito was able to get down towards that lower bomb site earlier on. They don't really need this Secret control anymore because he's gone and got it himself. Quito's cleared this side of the map. The rest of Big are free to make moves elsewhere. Ooh, are they going to go towards A? That's where Simple is on this AWP. That is the one gun that Navi have in this round, on the one man that you do not want to have it.
I just took a quick peek at the meme review status, and I must say that some of you absolutely sicken me.
There's some good ones.
Yeah, there actually are.
There's some real garbage as well. Some of you should be ashamed of yourself.
It's a nice mixture.
It's my favorite combination.
Well, now, when Harry said that you're all dirty memers, that's not exactly the, you know, kind of like the notion or your inspiration to go through and make some of these things. But you know what? Whatever, man.
It's the internet. Worth noting, Big, man. They were going out on A. Like you said, Harry Simple was there with the AWP. They just snuck everyone down vent. They just hit that lower side to join Quito. And Navi get completely avoided when they were set up perfectly for what looked like an upper hit. Big. Really great rotations right now, reading the game very well. And 5 players alive near the end of the round. It's not quite come to a close yet, though. Let's see if there's going to be any damage, any lost economy here for Big. But even if there is, it doesn't matter too much. It's a third round, and they've got numbers alive. Searson's getting chased. Simple, not even going to repeat. Doesn't want to lose his AWP. He's been holding onto it all game long. 10-1 still as he waits another round in the squeaky door. And Big nipping at their heels, getting close, but not quite there yet.
And that's the thing, you know, I know it was a 5v3, only up against the pistols and that one AWP on Simple, but there's a world in which Big do just have to make the decision to go running into A as that clock's ticking down, but instead they pace themselves and they show a lot of restraint. I feel like maybe, you know, God B's watching from home and he's nodding a nice, like, sign of approval right now to Tabson and the boys. Another round, though, a new day. Navi, they've gone in with the buy once again. Perfecto picking up the big chug, and there it is, but no kills come in from it. Boomich still in the back of the site with this MP9, now emerges, drops the bomb, and Quito's low. A double kill for Boomich, finally dealt with by Xantares, but the kills are coming in thick and fast. Electronic, oh, it's a bit awkward. He's darting around, and he finally gets put in the grave, but this has been so back and forth, and in amongst the chaos, Searson, last man left, offers himself up to Simple. Navi take a 5th round. And that attempted fast play into the A bomb site from Big. They were trying to capitalize on the fact that Navi didn't have a lot of money banked up. They wanted to get in here when they know they don't have the Molotovs, the grenades to stop this fast play. Navi just do it with the firepower. And Simple as well over in main throws a bit of a spanner in the works, having a full belt of utility to offer up and delay that squeaky push even longer.
Smokes towards the yard here for Big, a fast approach again. I say fast, it's just Tabson sneaking his way across. Those second smokes haven't landed yet. Simple is waiting for them. Oh, Tabson, he goes ahead of them. That's ballsy. Simple might have just spotted him getting down towards B, so the Molotov from Electronic will hold him back for the time being. Simple falls back a little further, taking a longer angle. Safer with the AWP. But Big, they aren't looking for that lower sight again. It's all a masquerade. It's all a ruse as they try and get themselves deep towards the yard. The missed shot from Simple. Searson given a second opportunity at life. And Simple's getting trapped here. He can run all the way back towards the spawn and buy time, but he's looking to take fights. He doesn't know how close Quito is, though, just around that corner.
Yeah, and that could prove to be very fatal. Simple holding one of the tightest possible angles that you can find. And so far, no one's going to be crossing that plane, I do say. Searson with the AWP towards Secret. And there's a little bit of backup. Flamey over there just on the side of Simple. But Secret control has started to become a big problem. Navi, Electronic even, having to back off just a little bit. Known for fighting early in Secret up at the very top of the stairs. He's been pushed all the way back towards the site. Now what are Big doing right here? What's the big idea?
It's got to be B, right? 20 seconds. They've got to get this part here and now, but 2 players inside of the site to deal with them. Simple's finding kills on top site as well. They're going to bail. They're going to dive back up into this top play. Big taking the bomb through Mini. Boomich could stop this entire round, and he's found them too. Lots of damage. 2 HP for Xantares, but he's got enough time. It's got to be Flamey clutching it out on his own.
Yeah, they're both low. There's definitely a chance for Flamey. They're waiting, though. They're waiting to double peek this. And Tizian doesn't even need assistance. Shuts down Flamey on the initial peek. Big are going to save the day there as they just narrowly lock in that 4th round. And with it, they've brought the economy of Navi to its knees. This is a chance now, a very, very good chance for Big to tie this match up nice and early.
On the up and up. A new book by Harry Russell. Yes, we are starting to have a game on our hands. Big have arrived, and Simple and company are holding on to what they've got. In this round, they don't have a whole lot to work with. 3 Deagles, got a P250 in there. Really, all things considered, this was not going to go well right from the break, I do fear. And it hasn't. 3 members alive for Navi here. Make it just 1. One lonely man. Simple. Formalities almost at this point, Hugo.
Yeah, I mean, he's just trying to do the mind games. Throw a random smoke, go somewhere else completely different. Ha ha ha. Psych. But Big aren't biting. They are waiting inside of the site right now. Wrap on Silo and Yard to make sure Simple hasn't wrapped back this way. They can isolate him. They can get close, but he wants to keep that KD nice and strong. 13 and 2, and he's going to tap Tizian while on 2 points of health. There is a trade for Big at the very least, but 5-5 right now. This is a storming T side from the Germans. And Navi's money, it's there, but they've got nothing in the reserves. This is 1 buy. If Big win this, they can go 7-5 up very easily. Certainly is a Simple show today, though, and that's kind of what I wanted. We had him, you know, 20-plus kills on both the maps. Yes, a couple of days ago when we had Navi last play, but it didn't feel like, you know, the same old Simple, and this does. Ooh,
Oh, there's a gap in that, and this is playing with fire, but somehow Searson, with the extinguisher, shuts it down. And outside now belongs to Big. Boomich back in, bomb dropped. Tabson gets that trade, and now Zintares leaping into main on the back of it. He was trying to help his teammates out of danger. He's cleared this bit of the map, so Big are just going to pump the brakes. They just wait. They've done this time and time again when they've taken these man advantages. They try and make Navi sweat, and well, right now, Navi are pouring.
Wet the whistle. I don't know.
Say again, Hugo. Please, dude.
Wet the whistle, you know?
Okay. Well, interesting.
Better than just wet, which I thought was going to be your original statement on the topic.
That's not how I wanted to start that. I had something else, but...
you took it there. Let's just let the record show. The VOD will certainly show.
Soaking.
I can wet your whistle. Flamey.
Full on Ross Geller with the Moist Maker. And now Flamey just looking to hold on to this M4. He'd love to get away with it. And he just might. Big are not looking this way just yet. You can take a look at this. Simple, still leading the charge. He was really playing for KD for a while. He was 10-1.
Really was,
But now brought down to the mortal realm. Still leading the way in a huge fashion is Simple. Electronic narrowly behind. That's kind of shaping up exactly as you would expect. But this is Big in the lead. And once again, they're in that same spot where the money's run out for Navi. If they deal with Flamey, if they get him, which it looks like they're going to, like how on earth does Flamey survive this? Then, he is going to get away.
Oh, they can wallbang that. They can wallbang that on the corner.
Not with those fast feet. You ain't wallbanging my mans. He's skating around that.
Skirt, skirt. Talking of... Yeah, well, I'm not even going to try and make that noise. Searson, great round from him. He's going to get 2 kills in the yard, killing Simple, getting a second through the smoke. Quito, he goes back in for another fight towards main, drops a bomb, almost gives Navi a way back in, but luckily, as you said, Harry, Zintares dropping off a main to save the day, and there was support from the yard players as well. More smokes for Big, and more pistols for Navi, with the exception of that saved M4. Down the vent they go. Oh dear. Is Boomich going to try and chase? Quito's holding for it. He is waiting. But Boomich won't give it to him. The rest of Big sneaking outside. Electronic waiting by these smokes. They will begin to fade. Flamey can start to fire off some warning shots, keep these players close, but Searson's going to hit the shot, and Electronic has to let them pass. No choice but to do that. That's a bomb lost place. He could drop it, and he has, but the trade is there, and the deagle from Perfecto finds nothing. Feels like that's the first time I've said his name, as we are 12 rounds in.
Yeah, there's a real chance there for Electronic to get more than one. Unfortunately, that is not the world that we found ourselves in. Now a little bit of a pause here for Big. They're going to stop right there inside of the top of Secret. Uh-oh. And one latecomer to the Secret. It's going to be Tabson posted up at the red box. Boomich has an angle on him. Also has a shot on him. Takes him out. Sort of evening the numbers here. 2v3. Not quite split down the middle, is it, Harry?
Oh, dear. Simple tries to play the trigger discipline now. He's got that bomb tagged up. Ooh, 27 points of health. Quito comes in, but they've got to get past Boomich, and they just about do. Saved by the bell. Big, narrowly getting that 7th round on the board. Considering that's only pistols for Navi, that is stellar that they get it so damn close. However, that economic impact isn't really going to get felt by Big. You know, we're approaching the end of this first half, so the amount of damage you can look to do on the Navi side is pretty minimal. Especially when a lot of these rounds for Big have been pretty clean. You know, like Navi have kind of had to save a lot of the time, haven't really been going for this economic damage. So I don't know if that's going to have any resounding effects across the rest of the series, unless Navi can get this round here and now, and then maybe they can start to put the hurt on Big. Starting to feel like if Navi want to actually win this half out, like it looked like they were going to early on, that it's going to be a bit of a grind. They're going to be up against these full buys every single time. Something as well that's very, very cool. Big have been doing a great job of nullifying this hold of Simple and Electronic towards outside. Electronic is normally such a great secret player, and he's just had to completely stop playing that side of the map, you know, and that's normally one of your go-to solutions to this outside presence. Big, a lot of the time, haven't even really had to actually go down Secret and commit to the push, right? They just win these initial fights, take Secret control, and then pause, because you've denied so much info the way of Navi. You're kind of happy for them to take these blind rotations.
I love the variety of smokes Big use as well. They do such a good job of not telling Navi what they're doing with these smokes. So they're faking B and then coming back up to hit main, coming up vent late. It's just really catching Navi off guard. Boomich, though, catches Xantares off guard, sneaking through the smokes and getting a kill towards main. He won't know Tabson's here, though, and this is going to be a big surprise. Big coming in from the back line. Tizian gets an entry before Simple trades, and Simple, with a strong KD, again, has to keep things clean on this A site. But it's not going to be A. Again, Big, duck, weave, dive, and disappear down below for the bomb plant.
Okay, good maneuvering there for the side of Big, electing to not force the issue in upper. They go and drop lower, get the bomb planted. Now it looks like Simple and Flamey. Probably, yeah, they're just going to go ahead and back out of this one. They're going to save the two weapons that they have. So an 8th on the board for Berlin International Gaming. Just down the road. You guys want to walk there later? Or?
I'm all for the scenic route, Trace, you know me.
Yeah. Speaking of scenes, Big really taking this half away.
Yeah, it's a fantastic T-side. I wonder if Navi are going to be able to replicate it when they move over. Or I guess the bigger question is, you know, how's Big's hold? Because right now, this is just a case of outplay from Big. They have been doing such a good job of dodging Navi, and specifically dodging Simple. We joke about him, you know, playing for KD, but he is just saving because he's got an AWP in these like 2-on-5s or 1-on-4s. Like, it's just not realistic. You can't expect him to win these rounds, so he may as well hold on to the AWP so he has it for a future. But Big, they find out where he is, and they completely avoid him every single time. And that's great. That's great to see. Easier said than done, but that's the verticality of Nuke, I guess. Rush prefers flat maps. Any thoughts on the verticality here, Rush?
I love a vertical map. Not to observe, it's pretty tough, honestly, not gonna lie, but I'd rather play Vertigo and Nuke all day and never play Dust 2 ever again.
I like that opinion. How are you dealing with Big, doing all these quick vent drops, you know, switching things up and
the vent drops is pretty tough,
out?
honestly, but it's well played from them. They're doing what EG used to do, I feel like. They used to, like, linger around. What is this?
Ooh.
Let's follow it. Rush, so we got to follow these smokes.
Yeah.
Where's that going?
Okay.
Different versions of outside, and then they're
That's
gonna...
got to be a fake, though. He's throwing it from outside lobby. No
Yeah.
one's crossing behind it. It's a ramp play. There's only one man here.
Ooh, hang on. Oh, I've set him up.
There we go. Over the shoulder shot.
The man, the myth, the legend. Can't avoid him.
Ooh, Simple misses the shot the first time around, but he's given another chance here. And Simple, speed of lightning, but not the same personality traits. He will strike twice. And now, Big back towards this A-bomb site. Setting up, trying to go on in. Simple. Ooh, he's hungry.
Sneaky.
Simple is foaming at the mouth. Excited, tempted by these frags that lie in wait. He's going to be able to come in very fast on this flank, and Simple has arrived. Tabson now alone, and even as he gets the first, that's Simple again, the hat trick. And a 6th round for Navi. 3 kills for the man in question. And that's what they needed to get that 6th round on the board.
He starts with the AWP, switches to the AK, runs to the lobby. What an absolute, I think, here, I'll just say it so that you guys understand. Mad lad. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the correct use of that.
Absolute
bonkers.
mad lad. Last round of the half. Big would really like to have a 9th one, but of course, as we do take a look here in this U.S. Air Force tactical timeout, Navi are certainly talking this one over. Having 7 is better than 6, Hugo.
Hey, that's just maths, Trace.
Quick maths.
Numbers speak for themselves, and a Simple. He holds the 2nd highest rating on Nuke, 1.21 across 50 maps at big events of all time. That is that's a stat and a half right there. Second best at Nuke. I wonder who the first is. Any guesses?
I'm trying to think as to like who it could be, because it's simple. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's got to be someone from like Astralis, right?
Nix or someone. Maybe David can let us know, because he sparked my interest, and Big certainly have on this T side again, going towards these yard smokes, crossing behind red. Searson, however, with the AWP is hanging back. There's no AWP outside here, at least not fighting deep. It's Simple playing from the heaven side. Electronic moving around the garage. There's the smokes that set Tabson down towards B. Oh, it's Device. He's got 1.22, so literally 0.01 above Simple. But yeah, close as they come. Fair enough.
Oh,
What?
collateral for Simple, and he's looking for even more. Just as we say, Electronic doubles up. Talk about a tag team. In a matter of seconds, they've wiped the amount of big players out from 5 to 1, and it's only Tabson left. There's so many bodies here, Tabson. Even with the Krieg, even with this meaty weapon, he's got no chance. Simple in with 3 again. That's 6 kills in the last 2 rounds for Simple to give Navi 7 to their name. This is as close as it gets between Big and Navi. Join us after a quick halftime break, or we'll be back with the conclusion of Nuke.
To life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come
From a droppy in the scene, I feel lucky. Got them watching from Paris to popping, yeah. With this music was lurking, now I'm attacking. Now with the chatting, I just step up and make it happen. It's a lifestyle. Living young and restless, yeah, we quite wild. If I want it, I'ma get it talking right now. And I ain't got no regrets, it's my time now. Lights out when you see us talking moves. You don't know that's the topic. And if you talking juice, well, damn, you know I got it. Damn, you know I got it. Nobody got it like me. You know. They can try, but can do it like Vinny. Yeah, no permission. I got it.
You call my bluff for the last time. This ain't a song, it's a battle cry. No life. I see the clue between the strobe lights. I'm haunted, black face. Hey, follow me around, okay? Black face.
Here's your head-to-head in a matchup that is certainly well on its way. Simple 22-5 to end the first half of play out here on Nuke. It's Navi take on Big Clan for the ESL Pro League Season 11. Regular season, we're still in the group stages. Things have really just started to pop off around here. We're going to be jumping into this second half of play, where we're going to see the teams switch sides. That's going to put Navi over on the T side. Now, an 8-7 half, is that indicative to the way that the rest of this game's going to go? Or did Big do enough on their T sides? I'm joined by Harry and Hugo.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? 22-5 on Simple is stellar, and it's definitely scary if you're Big. But I think, you know, that performance from Simple is is nuts. And so the fact that Big have still managed to get an 8-7 half, winning it outright, considering that they were down, what, 5-0 at one point in time, this is a very good turnaround for Big, and one that I think they're going to be happy with heading into this second half.
Yeah, without a doubt, they did a great job of avoiding him. I love the mid-round calls from Tabson and the crew. And yeah, Big do a really good job of putting up 8 rounds. You don't see it every day on the T side of Nuke. Navi, well, we've got to see it twice today. If they want to try and compete, try and bounce back after that first half. We got Tabson and Searson ecoing the pistol. We'll get to that later, though, because Tabson's letting them pass. Missed shot, though. They might not know where it's coming from, and he gets the kill regardless. Him and Quito finding frags here for Big. Ramp play for Navi. It's left open thanks to this heavy outside control. Simple comes up from the secret and loses his face immediately after the bomb's being covered. And no armor for Boomich is an aim punch situation. It's 3 for Quito, 2 for Tabson, and 9 for Big. They have started things off on the right foot. And considering they already had 8 rounds in the first half, this is going to be a very difficult game for Navi.
Yeah, and something else that you got to consider as well is both with Searson and Tabson both taking an eco in that pistol. I know Tabson's invested in the FAMAS here, but I wonder if that's hinting towards this double AWP between the two of them. We know that Tabson likes to don that gun as well, right? Think back to when Smooya was in this squad, and there was that time where we would see that Tabson would be AWPing over him. So that's definitely something that they still have up their sleeve that we haven't even had to see yet.
Ooh, footsteps being heard. Electronic trying to pounce, but slinked off into main has Searson.
That's huge. He actually completely bypasses Tizian, who we can hear running around outside. Tabson was holding it. Searson, luckily enough, is gun out, ready for someone to have gotten deep. That's in spite of Tabson believing that he's had outside control this whole time. So Big, they helped themselves out massively by just dealing with that man in the back line. If Electronic was allowed to run rampant and go unchecked, then this round could have definitely got out of hand. I almost wonder if maybe that's why we saw Perfecto and co waiting back towards T-Spawn. Maybe they were waiting to do, you know, the glass break little trick that you can do on this map.
Not going to be the case, though. Only Glocks and a couple of P250s here for Navi, so it's made quick work of by Big. Yeah, the investments don't really change too heavily from ecoing that pistol for Tabson and Searson, but maybe if you lose the round, it's a very different case. And of course, Searson, he wants to save money generally for that AWP, as he talked about. So 10 rounds to Big, double digits. And Navi coming back in with guns galore, AKs and Kriegs. Simple yet to afford that AWP. But we're early days here into the second half. And again, Searson, he's got his nice and early. So if Navi win this round, they might be able to retrieve that off of his body. Easier said than done, though. They've got to win it first, and it's going to be a fast round. We got that hell smoke to allow Navi to cross towards outside.
Yeah, and they're all behind that now, slipping in to Secret. You can already see Searson there, number 9 on the minimap, posted up down towards the Secret stairs. He's not going to get used anytime soon, though. Those 2 players that got outside control tried to switch it up, and they go to their deaths. Luckily enough, Simple is here, doing as Simple often does, which is tapping away at the enemy, bringing it down into a 3-on-4. Still leaving Navi in a doable situation. That bomb is back towards outside. Flamey's going to go grab that now and look to rejoin with Simple.
Having that AWP down lower is so much more effective than having a rifle as well. You know, Secret's such a great position for taking a shot, backing off around a corner, taking a shot, and just continuing to fall back into your lines. Santaros doesn't fall back, he only holds W, and it might be to his demise. He gets a kill and a half. Flamey trades, and now Quito can pounce rather on the back line. He does get one. Again, the trades for Navi, but it is in a 1-on-2. However, if there was any man for the job, Simple not going to be up for it. Searson catches him on the cross through mini, and that's Big with 11 rounds. No AWP for Navi. They don't even get the rifle round under their wing. Big are flawless so far on the CT side.
Things are looking all right for the Big clan. Meanwhile, you look over there for Navi on 7 rounds currently. Would probably be a good round to get things started. Now, probably not this one, though. It'll be the next one that they grab, but Pistols still do have a viable fight here. Looks like they want to just go fast through lobby. It looks like maybe a vent bomb. We're going to find out. Run right out of Squeaky Door.
Yeah, the reason Big weren't ready for that is because Navi didn't blow the door up. They just open it. You usually hear that grenade land and you're going to be ready for the door push, but no, just contact play through A. Navi get a kill, and it's ultimately meaningless. Big just slaughtered them. Quito having a fantastic CT side. He was very quiet in the first half. Well, not very quiet, but not exceeding expectations in the first half. But this side, he's already racked up multi-kills in 3 rounds so far. So, yeah, really pulling it in big for Big. And it's 12-7 right now. Only a couple more rifle rounds left for Navi if they really want to fight in this map.
So there's 31 kills on everyone on Navi apart from Simple. He's on 25. Like so he's almost out fragging the rest of his team combined, which maybe has some alarm bells going here for Navi fans.
We've been here before.
We have. This is luckily enough not uncharted waters for Navi stands around the world. Searson down here towards Secret. I love how they're using him, man. He is going to start to creep up. No one's been really looking towards outside. Instead, you've got Tabson. He hasn't heard anything. There's been no smokes. There's been no sort of telegraph that this push is coming in. And now these smokes go down. That's the garage and mini smokes. They're going to fall across in like a nice diagonal pattern, give you a wall to work behind. This is nice because you can use them in 2 ways. You can either get close to main and try and go through that smoke to surprise a main player, and you can get secret control if you can get past Searson. And that's a big if. Electronic doesn't manage it. So the rest of Navi, they leave outside. They figured out where this AWP is now at the very, very least. But they've lost quite a man in the process.
That they have. Electrifying man at that. Big nade, just shy of where it should land to at least grab a lot of damage there. Navi are still going to push it here towards ramp room. No one's there to fight him just yet. Zonteres was there, now he's backed off. He's given up the ramp room, which is completely okay. Pretty standard play. You don't always need to fight to the death in ramp room. Doesn't always help.
Yeah, Quito in this Moly position. He's going to get mollied out, and Flash is there. He is fighting to the death. Burnt to a crisp. 7 seconds. Perfecto arriving from heaven, but he makes a little too much noise. And that round there, Navi, they go a little too slowly. And this gets me worried because you think back to that North game, the one critique we were having is this Navi squad, that confidence, that kind of pace that they can have was gone. And it felt like the old kind of rigorous, slow Navi style of play. I don't mind about it, but it's worrying because that was around there where they ran out of time. You know, like that was the real enemy. And these can't be happening because that's showing some indecisiveness within Navi, perhaps, as they're trying to figure out exactly what Big are doing. Well, they're running out of time to figure out what Big are doing.
To be fair, the game plan that round was disruptive from Navi, right? They wanted to go for that B split with Electronic coming in through Secret and a ramp play. They lose Electronic to the AWP Searson down lower, and then, yeah, okay, the ramp play works in forcing Xantares down B, but they don't get a kill, and the time's low, and they don't want to risk walking into B, which they have no information about. There could be 3 players down there, and they know the AWP was there earlier. So they try and back up, they try and hit that top site quickly. And Quito, a little detail there. I love how long he waits in the Molotov. He doesn't just wide strafe the second the Moly hits him, as many players do. You're often going to die there. The fact that he waits 2 seconds does 2 things. Not only one, buys more time. There were 15, 20 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds makes all the difference. But also, him swinging out late guarantees him at least 1 kill because they're not ready for it.
It's important to note, a teammate threw a flashbang as well. So those extra few seconds allowed that flash to pop. It had a bunch of positives. So just adding on to your little list there, right?
Just seeing smart plays out of this.
No, and that's what I'm liking from this entire Big squad. There's a lot of cohesion here within the team.
Looking good. Sitting on 13, it's Big, who are certainly in the driver's seat thus far, but we do have some weapons for Navi to play with, so that may be leveling the playing field. Not the strongest of buys. Ignore.
Perfecto just stopped in the gap. You could see his toes, that's it. And he just stopped at the perfect point for Searson. Oof. Yikes. The whole shebang.
Mm-hmm. They've gotten to the stopping point in secret, and they know once they cross this plane, they're going to run into someone, probably a Krieg. Imagine that. Tabson's there with it.
Oh.
Can he grab more, though? That'll be the real question. He's doing plenty right now. A lot of information coming from him. They're going to feed him, running right out of bullets on a 1 HP. He is able to take down 3 members of Navi right there and lower.
That's despicable. Even the bait as well. He opens the doors like he's running away and then just re-peeks, gets some damage off. It is just Flamey though. Try and smoke his plant, but this play is coming from all angles. Big have two up in heaven as well. Flamey, what can he even do about this one? Tapping it, going for the fight. They line up and they are low, but so is he. The trade will be coming in and Big will be locking in 14 rounds. Navi yet to get around on the T side of Nuke. Make it that what you will.
Bigger not to be messed with. Look at how much of a hint he got. He sees just the leg, and that is enough for Searson. They've gone for the buy, and this is where those kills from Flamey on that UMP actually have some helpful consequences in this round. He's dropped an AK into play. Simple's got that. But that's all they've got really to work with in this round. They're setting up this flash to go in through the skylights. Looking like they want to try and attempt a fast A play, but Big have been very, very on top of this. They've been good at shutting it down. And in this round here and now, there are a lot of bodies over towards this A bomb site.
That there are. Very slow round here. It looks like Electronic's waiting for the go word. Still hasn't gotten it. He's pump faking, basically.
If we look at ramp, Big have two Hell players here. They're not playing inside of ramp. What that does allow is very fast rotations up heaven if Navi do hit this top site. That's slightly changed now with the player going down lower, but he is committing towards B. That's Antares. Still, Searson can get up in towards heaven in under 5 seconds if Navi show presence on A, and that is the game plan. Flash out, Tizian dodges it. Not the second one, though. He's fully white as they hit the site.
Oh, but a spray back, and now still alive. Quito, an unknown factor. Simple does deal with him. There's still 3 players to find, and they are everywhere. Zantares quick on that flank through the ramp room into lobby like a speed demon. 15-7. Map point now for Big on their map pick of Nuke. And this is in spite of Simple delivering 27 kills for Navi.
And in the same way that Big's mid-round decision-making on the T side was incredible, knowing when to drop lower and when to go up the vent, when to just play with the rotations of Navi. They're doing such a good job on the CT side as well. The flanks, the reactive pushes to where Navi are hitting. It doesn't help that Navi have had no lurkers. Nuke is a map where you can certainly try and abuse that, especially with an outside player, but that has been shut down by Searson in the past. So Navi, they've really run out of options at this point, and they are just looking for anything. Yet to field around in this second half. Quito is going to take first blood again, down to 2 HP, but hey, 5-on-4, perfect situation for Big. Searson again watching this cross, and these smokes are faded. There's only one left for Navi. That ain't enough to cross Electronic. He's on his own. Good decision.
Yeah, we'll see the boost there by Kido, putting him up into the ramp room on 2 HP. Good idea. He's good for 1 at least, at the very minimum. You see taps and drop the smoke into secret, which really has kind of put just another roadblock there on Navi on their path to the lower.
I absolutely love how much restraint Big are showing with this utility usage. Searson's so good at holding down this angle towards outside. Electronic, look at him over on that mini-map. He's managed to sneak down here in towards secret, but Tapson knows about this and is trying to hold it down. Zantares, in the meantime, is here at the ramp room, drawing the attention in, and it was meant to be the bait and switch. The switch isn't even needed. The bait just kills both. And this is Electronic now alone to try and defend this, try and keep the game going on. There's 10 seconds, man. Unless he starts zooming around the map, this ain't happening. Electronic is no zoomer. He goes in, and Tabson locks in the victory for Big. 16-7, a hefty one for the Big clan as they get this one locked in. They go 1-0 up in this series. Navi, now they're going to find themselves on the back foot. Dust 2 coming up next. That will be the second map, the pick of Navi. Can they take us the distance, or are Big coming in with a bit of a surprise? Find out after a break.